Hi and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube video. Today we're looking at this. This is our autumnal landscape. Absolutely loving how I did this. It's slightly convoluted and I'm not sure I really needed to cut all the pieces up to dust them in the powder, but I did. And I just love the end result. This is using opaline on a transparent, which gives it kind of translucent feel that I love. And I just love this lush autumn landscape. It's a celebration to all you farmers out there. And today I'm going to show you how I made this. So I cut two pieces of glass the same size. It's going to be a full fuse. One is Tecta, one is opaline. I marked them. T for a Tecta, O for an opaline. So I didn't mix them up because I want to keep the Tecta as one whole piece and I want to cut the opaline up. So I also marked so I know which lines I want to cut first, second, third, so that I can get the design out. So number two, I'm going to go all the way along here. I'm going to cut from this end. I'm not going to squeeze too hard because my worry is that this will run out here and I want it to run round. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit. I've heard it go a little bit, and then I'm going to do this one from this end. I've heard that go a bit, and now I'm going to tap it. I can see that the score marker's here and the score marker's here, so I just need to get it to run that last bit. There we go. Again, I'm actually going to run from this end. Those two are done. Now there's four. It's slightly harder one. I said that was 7 and I was going to cut 5 first, and I think I am still going to do that. Off the end there a bit too hard. That, I might as well just cut this one. That is our last piece. So now I want to put different kind of powder tints on them, each one. Now I'm seeing that my top layer is a bit bigger than my bottom layer. I don't mind that, it can just fold over a bit top and bottom. I'm going to get these the powders out to put on, and then this is going to first of all go into the kiln on a full fuse. I've chosen a different colour for each section, and some of them the top and bottom I'm having 2 colours. I don't want a massive amount of colour, so this is opaline, so it will go kind of opaline once it's fired. So I'm not going a thick layer of powder, I just want, it's like a tint of the colour. So this is powder blue, which is pretty light blue anyway. And then at the bottom, I'm putting some jade green. Make sure you're wearing your masks, guys, if you're doing this. And I could do this with a stencil rather than cutting the pieces, but I quite like this sort of idea of the pieces. And then I think we're going to go on a contour fuse with this to keep some of the definition of each different piece. So I'm going to put powder on each different layer, put it onto here, and then we'll get it in the kiln. So try and do a very thin light layer. This is just the standard red opal. Next I'm doing periwinkle. going to go for a deep red on this one. It's quite a strong colour, but it's just a gorgeous colour. Again, as I said before, trying to go for a really thin layer. Next, I'm going to use some dusky lilac. I'm using some teal green. And at the top, I'm going to use a couple of different colours. I want to use some sunset coral at the bottom. I might be slightly thicker on this. And I'm going to use some orange at the top. Just try and blend the two colours together a little bit. And then just a little bit more sunset coral. Okay, so while I was doing the piece, I'm really looking at it, and I think I do want it to go on a full fuse, not a contour. I really want the pieces to come in together. So we're going to put this in the kiln. I'm going to dam the edges because I want to keep the sharp edge feeling, and so it's going to go in the kiln on a full fuse, and we can see how it looks when it comes out. So here is this part out of the kiln. I love the fact that we've got these lines. Because of using powder, you then end up with the line between the powder, which I really like. So I now want to decorate it with some, obviously, Murrine. So I am going to these are our brown stringers. I'm going to put them, this is basically, I want some kind of tree branches like they're coming in up the top here. So here this is out of the kiln, and I'm going to decorate the bottom part of it. We have these new corn heads or wheat sheath Murrine. So I'm going to use that as like it's a wheat field in the foreground. So here it is out of the kiln and looking fabulous. I love our new wheat awns. We're selling these in XL and in normal. You can also see on here our beautiful pumpkins. We've had those in XL and normal for a while. We've got our poppies. It is Poppy Month this month, so you know, celebrating all of you guys who have birthdays in August. Poppy is your month. We've got our little mouse in the field. Yes, I know a mouse in a field would be a brown mouse, but we're going to go with artistic license. It's an albino mouse that's managed to survive. Woohoo, go mouse! We've got our little sheeps or sheepsies. I know sheep. It's plural, singular. It's all the same. But you know, there's the joy of living in a foreign country. You end up calling them sheeps. We have our partridge. This is our partridge, which I think, you know, could be a chicken, but also could be a pheasant in the fields in the lovely autumn. Up the top, we're using our XL autumn leaves as trees. We've got our Fairytale house as houses, and we've got, again, up here, we've got our robins and more of our yellow leaves. Really, really loving this piece. I'm actually going to point out we've got some green pine trees. This is a mistletoe, which I love as trees. So if you're doing a lot of landscape pieces, buy some mistletoe. Awesome for trees. And we've got some green trees as well. And these are our mini leaves up the top here, just being very small leaves. And again, mini leaves down the bottom, being small trees. I think trees, leaves work great as trees for landscapes, so check those out. Loving my little fence. A little fence post fell off down the edge here, but you know, that's all part of the character. So I love this piece. I think it's just got that kind of real autumnal, gorgeous landscape, farmland. You know, this is my celebration to the farmers. I know it's not easy. The weather has been diabolical in England. I don't know what it's been like in America, but it's made farming really difficult this year. So this is my celebration for you guys out there. You do an excellent job. Thank you. Keep it going. And yeah, this is a celebration for all you do. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Remember, you can get all our fabulous Murrine, including our new wheat awns, at tabithasglassemporium.com. We've also got our stone Murrine there. I forgot to pop those out. Love our little church, the stained glass windows and a little clock. Tina did an awesome job of painting that for me, and she's much better. I painted the wheat sheaths. They're a bit pale, so we have put some enamel on them. We put some kind of a bronzy gold enamel on them, but I think that's kind of interesting that you can tone them up or tone them down depending on what you want. You could also just put a little bit of you know, transparent frit on top of them, which would just tint the colour a little bit to the colour you want. This is our first pull of them, so who knows, we might adjust the colour for the next pull if these sell. So yeah, as I said, all our Murrine at tabithasglassemporium.com. I hope you've liked this one as much as I've loved making it, and until next time, happy fusing.